It has been a while, and I've waited a while to say Cardano hits $1. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like button on the way in. Cardano hit $1, so you got to hit the like button. I appreciate you. If you're in the live stream, if you're a replay viewer, I'll do my best to put some timestamps there for you so you can kind of cruise through. Because right now, as I start this live stream, I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't really prepare the video too much. We've been kind of going crazy over here, and I saw Cardano hit $1. I've been waiting for it so I can just do this video, specifically this video, but I didn't really sit down to plan everything. I have a million tabs open. So let's jump into the video. Let's talk about this. The first thing on everybody's mind is probably, well, I mean, Cardano's up. It's good. There it is. It hit $1. But there's probably a lot of resistance there. It's probably going to go back down, Dan. All of that stuff. And I'm 100% on board with that. We know, especially at these kind of mental areas, there could be resistance. The purpose of this video is kind of stepping outside of the short-term price action, though. And yes, Cardano hit $1. Is it that big of a deal? It's really not that big of a deal, but it paints the perfect picture, which is why I've waited to do this video. And to start this video, to help paint the picture, to help us as we navigate and I try to narrate through this story of Cardano, I want to go back. I want to watch a clip. This is from February 19th, 2021. Over a year ago. Check this out. It is February 19th, 2021, and Cardano has just hit $1. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Over a year ago, look at that. $1 broken. Do you remember? I don't know if you were here or not, but do you remember those days? All the way back here on the charts, all the way back here in February, Cardano, it was just, this was fun to track on the charts, and Cardano was above $1. I did that video. It was popping. People were going crazy. Engagement was high on social media. It was just insane. And now here we are, and I did kind of a similar video or intro, right? Cardano hitting $1, and it's like the vibes are not there compared to back then. And this is what gave us those vibes. We were in just this parabolic run. It was insane when I did that video. The contrast there is so incredible, and it teaches such a valuable lesson. Such a valuable lesson. Engagement is lower this time around as Cardano is hitting $1. And if we look at this on the weekly chart, this is the momentum oscillator. Look at Cardano on the momentum oscillator. This is everything, everybody. This is everything. Look at this. Overbought. Pretty much as I did that video. Overbought on the weekly slower moving momentum oscillator. That is the RSI. Now, as I do this video, again, engagement down. There's just not the hype. There's a lot of negativity. There's not really too much of bullish sentiment. It's nice to see Cardano back at $1, but look at this. Cardano all the way down here on the RSI. It has cooled down over the last year this much. And if you're talking about opportunity, if you're talking about from a macro perspective, if you're talking about when is the best time to get into something, not the guaranteed time, right? Nothing's guaranteed. This carries so much risk. And this video isn't financial advice, but this is data that I've gathered. This is things I've learned. This is my experience. This is my opinion. This is where it is on the RSI. This area is where the opportunity is. And it's not so much here. It's not. The hype was there. The emotional feeling of just parabolic excitedness was here. But the opportunity, not as much as right now, because we've gone through all of this, and Cardano is at $1 again, but this time in an oversold environment, coming out of an oversold environment. Look at the stock RSI that we've been tracking at the bottom of the screen. It's pretty incredible to see that. And I just want to check on the chat real quick, just to make sure. I didn't even look at the chat to make sure you guys can hear me. We're all good. We're all good. All right. Okay. Somebody said ADA will get back to $2 by June. I love it. Love the positivity. I appreciate all you coming by in this live stream. I really do. So this is really all I wanted to talk about in this video. And few will see it. Few will see this video compared to when I did the video last time over a year ago. Cardano was hitting $1. Few will see this video, and few are watching right now. And if you zoom out on this weekly chart even further, and we really start digging into the story of Cardano, we talk about all the time. This area oversold, sitting at $1, just hit $1. Last time Cardano was in this area, on oversold on the RSI, 2 years ago. Not sitting at $1 though, sitting around 3, 4, 5 cents. And so we've reset this much, and Cardano is still at $1. And this is in a world where Cardano, this is DeFi Llama, total value locked, broke 400 million in total value locked. I think it was today. I'm pretty sure the days are kind of blending into each other, but I'm pretty sure it was today that Cardano broke the 400 million mark. This is obviously with the governance token staked counted into that. And so much other stuff going on. We saw the ADA ticker yesterday on CNBC. Many people kind of just whatever to that, right? But I think it's a big deal, not because it's going to, give mass exposure to Cardano or anything. It's going to bring mass adoption, but it's a signal. It's just a signal, the slightest little signal that Cardano is making its way onto the radar of many people, and that's something we've known is going to happen as Cardano begins proving itself, as infrastructure is really beginning to prove itself, the scalability, all the optimizations, everything we're always talking about on this channel. And then today, Cardano on the Grayscale smart contract platform X Ethereum fund. So non-Ethereum smart contract platforms, they have their own fund now. Grayscale, guess what's number one? Cardano is number one on that. The institutional money is going to have to come on board eventually. Hopefully it's sooner than later, more for them than us, right? Hopefully. But it's going to happen sooner or later. And so that happened today. So there's all of this stuff happening. And here's the article. I'll put a link in the description. I did a video on it earlier. You might have not seen it, or you may have not, but I'll put a link in the description in case you didn't see it so that you can go check that out. And then if we just kind of dig in here, this is the other thing I wanted to talk about. We're looking at Cardano on the weekly. We're understanding the contrast between this year, Cardano hitting $1 versus last year. What are the differences? And the difference is it's not overbought like it was here. It's pretty much oversold. Could there be more downside? 100% there could be more downside. If you go to let's actually go to the daily chart. You go to the daily chart, we still have this target to the 50-cent range. Like this could happen very quickly. Cardano's in this area, and I should probably do some short-term technical analysis actually now that I'm thinking about it, but Cardano's at this lower high area. It could fail here. It very much could fail here. The purpose of the video isn't to say Cardano hits $1. It's moon now. It's not the purpose. But if we're digging into the charts, it is a lower high. That's why the dollar range doesn't really matter. It's very confluent with resistance that we're watching on this chart. If you look at Cardano and you're looking at this swing high from the last 50-day moving average touch, the swing low, you can see Cardano hasn't even made it to the Fibonacci resistance from that last lower high at the 50-day moving average. One good thing to say is Cardano has closed the green candle from, the last green candle from 36 minutes ago, closed above the 50-day moving average. So we have a slight separation from the 50-day moving average. We have even more separation from the 20-day moving average. Consolidation all in between these two areas, even in a bullish environment, is not terrible, right? It happens often. Continuation to the upside. Picture perfect scenario would be Cardano continues to trade above the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average now around 94 cents, 94, 95 cents. So a little bit of a gap, but not too much separation for Cardano. if it's going to retrace, right? To the downside, that can happen very quick. I mean, I feel like we were just at 94 cents, 95 cents. So first things first, though, it's a nice move that Cardano is above there, but we want to see it stay above these moving averages. We've seen Cardano fly through these moving averages once before in the middle of this downtrend in January, and then it just did not see support. It fell right back through. So the next thing we're looking for right now is support above these moving averages. That's what we want to happen. That's the bullish confirmation that we're waiting for. But right now, this is kind of a lower high. It's stepping stones. It's breaking the 20-day moving average. It's breaking the 50-day moving average, and then it's support above those areas. So we're getting there. But if all else fails and these supports don't hold, Cardano could very well be putting in another lower low on its way to a 50-cent target that we've been tracking as well. That is very much in play. So it's something we just want to be mindful of as we're kind of watching Cardano on the more zoomed in charts. Now, eventually, I think markets are going to chill out. Markets are going to bottom out. Sentiment is going to shift, right? And that's the sentiment shift is stepping stones as well. We're dealing with humans. We're dealing with emotion, right? So things have to really build on top of themselves from a charting perspective, from social media perspective, from a media, just news outlets and stuff like that, from all these perspectives for people to really start getting this bullish vibe. And that's in my view is a huge ingredient to markets pumping to the upside. And it takes time for those ingredients to start kind of colliding with each other, mixing with each other, and markets to really see a reversal. It's going to happen though, is my point. And when it does, we're in this position with Cardano, and this is what I've been saying, and people call me a Cardano shill. I've invested so much of my brand capital, crypto capital venture, into Cardano and Cardano related projects. I realize I've done that. I'm not doing myself any favors, everybody. I want to say this. I'm not doing myself any favors I'm not doing the YouTube channel any favors by only covering Cardano mostly and Cardano related projects. I do cover Bitcoin. I think it's important, but I sprinkle it in. It's not like I'm even covering Bitcoin that consistently, like every day. And my point is, I'm not doing myself any favors. If I wanted to explode this YouTube channel, trust me, I know how. I will cover other altcoins, a lot of other altcoins, especially the ones that are just like pumping. I'll cover those, and I will grow this YouTube channel like tenfold. And right now, my YouTube channel is kind of stagnant, right? It's just chilling because Cardano's been chilling. Cardano's been stagnant in the short term. But I'm not a short-term thinker. I'm not here in the short term. And truly, if I'm staying true to myself, Cardano is my biggest interest. It's the biggest thing I'm watching, and not just Cardano. When I say Cardano, a lot of times I mean Cardano ecosystem projects. We have some ridiculously awesome sponsors on the Crypto Capital Venture channel that are Cardano ecosystem projects that are just building amazing things, amazing technology. And all of these things are playing into what we're seeing with on-chain metrics. All of these things are playing into what we're seeing with total value locked. And it's the earliest stage of the game. Cardano has so much to prove to the rest of the market, and I truly think it's poised to outperform most of crypto. I think that. I could be wrong. If we're going back and we're just looking, I want to point something out to you. Bitcoin, if we're looking at Bitcoin from the last bear market high in 2017-18 to the 2018 low, Bitcoin dropped 83%, right? A huge drop for Bitcoin. If we're going to the weekly chart on Cardano, I want to point this out. Cardano didn't drop 83%. Cardano dropped 98%. That's a pretty volatile move compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's volatile alone. And then we have this drop, June 2019 to the COVID swing low, Bitcoin dropping like 71%. We go back to that ADA weekly chart. Cardano, what was that? A June swing high to COVID swing low, 85%, even more volatile again, Cardano to the downside. But then we have something special happening. Cardano out of the swing low of COVID to its all-time high, 18,000%. Now we have Bitcoin from the COVID swing low to its all-time high, 1,600%. my point and the picture that's just right in front of us is Cardano's more volatile to the downside, right? As we've even noticed most recently, it's been more volatile to the downside and it outperforms to the downside. It does, but it's more volatile to the upside. And that's because it's earlier stage. That's because there is so much market share that's going to flood into Cardano. And we've seen it already starting to happen slowly, but there's so much more to capture. And so it is more volatile to the downside, but just don't forget to the upside, it's also more volatile. And when I say volatile, it's more aggressive and percentage gains are higher. And again, this isn't a guarantee. It's not like it's definitely going to be like that forever. It's just my thought that that's going to continue to be the case, especially if we're talking about the next bull run, if we're talking about the next bull cycle that crypto sees. And a reason why I think Cardano is positioned to just get those massive gains compared to things like Bitcoin and even Ethereum is because you go to, I mean, you can just go quickly look at coin market cap. And if you've been in crypto for years, you see this, like you see this data play out across crypto, from altcoins to different altcoins to higher market cap coins. You see this happening. We saw Ethereum. We saw it happen with Ethereum in terms of its own growth over the last, let's say, 5 years. So 2017 Ethereum compared to today's Ethereum, way different. Way, way, way different. 2022 Cardano compared to 2027 Cardano, it's going to be the same story in my view, if not even stronger of a story. But $33 billion market cap, Ethereum, 356 billion. It's over 10x behind Ethereum. That is a huge chunk of market share. And when you have companies, and you have not companies, but you literally have Grayscale. You have Grayscale, the world's largest digital currency asset manager, doing this. Why are they doing this? Why do they create a smart contract platform that's non-Ethereum? Why do you think that is? It's obviously, it is to give exposure, right? Having products like this is good for business, but a part of the story I think that a lot of people don't talk about or don't want to talk about is, let's face it, when it comes to solving the trilemma, right? Decentralization, scalability, security. Cardano's been kind of a slow mover as a smart contract platform. If you look at compared to something like Ethereum, but it's not really a slow mover when it comes to solving the trilemma. Cardano, I think, is the only one so on track to do so properly. And, I think Grayscale, and I could be wrong, maybe it's just one of the things that is in play here with them releasing this. I think they recognize that. And I think a lot of institutionals and companies are starting to realize that. Maybe they've hoped, maybe they've seen Cardano can do this. They've hoped that it failed. They would hope maybe smart contracts don't work, or, the Gauguin era just didn't pan out. Who knows? But it is working. It's every step of the way, every technical achievement that like we track with Cardano. It's just like, it just keeps getting better and better. And I think people can't ignore it much longer, right? There's Shelly. Y'all know, it's my favorite chart. Hit that like button right now if you like this chart. Here I am shilling that like button just as much as shilling Cardano. Alonzo, man, it wasn't long ago we were at Alonzo smart contracts, the Vassal hard fork coming in June. So this is the growth that I think markets are starting to see. And I tweeted, because this isn't, so we have Grayscale doing what they're doing. Good kind of, good example for us. And then I tweeted this. Where is this? So Bullish Dumpling. She tweeted this. Interesting how they're changing the tone and narrative. And what she was tweeting here was this. Masari Crypto. And then it's just, they're doing a clarification on Cardano transaction volume. you know, there's been confusion, but it's a whole thread about Cardano. And it really seems like, and this is what she said, I should go back to her tweet for context. Interesting how they're changing the tone. And if you're not aware, Masari, I think I'm pronouncing that right, they haven't been the biggest fans or proponents of Cardano. And so, not saying they are now, but they're putting just data out there. And you see that happening, you see Grayscale happening. I think markets are just forced to wake up to Cardano and what's happening with Cardano, because it's just, that's the thing, it's happening. We're going from this, and again, I know this is the third time now, but it's too good. Digital Asset News, I just want to shout him out for posting this. But we're going from this thing, and this is an Amazon message from Jeff Bezos in 2000 when stocks were crashing. But it's just talking about Amazon wanted to be a company that was weighed and not voted, right? And that's why they needed to be patient for that, even as they were building and just succeeding all across the board. And it's the same thing for Cardano. I think it's the best comparison right now. And, you know, it probably won't be the last time I mention that, but that's where we are right now with Cardano, as it trades at 99 cents. And, you know, this is, by the way, this is a 6-hour chart. You can just see it's been an uptrend. If we actually measure this price range wise, we're looking at, from that little swing low right there, we're looking at 27% gains since, what's that, March 14th, right? So not very long ago, right? Just about a week ago or so. So please be prepared as we watch these charts for any type of retracement, and that can be very volatile. Again, going back to the daily chart, let's look at what this can look like so that we can be prepared for it. That would be a swing low to swing high where we are right now. If a dollar was just the mental barrier of resistance and it's just done, it's retracing, this is what I'd be watching for to the downside. Support at the 50-day moving average would be amazing. Like, if that was the dip Cardano saw from that resistance, only a 4 or 5% dip, that would be amazing. But I would anticipate something a little bit more volatile if Cardano doesn't get that extension and separation from the 50-day moving average, like tonight into tomorrow. And that volatility from where it is right now could go down to the Fibonacci, I would say the 618, right around 86 cents. So we could be back in the 80s. And I just want to throw that out there, testing a higher low support, which could play into a bullish reversal, but it's a more patient bullish reversal, meaning we have to endure a 16 to 12% dip to these areas. And confluent with that area, notice, is the 20-day moving average, which would not be out of the ordinary at all. Cardano swings down there, tests it, and then we're kind of setting up a balance to the upside. The 20-day moving average starts cruising up. We get that 20-day moving average cross above the 50. That can be a very volatile looking story of patience. And we just want to be prepared for that. We're always prepared for that. And all in here, by the way, is that last kind of swing low resistance area, or I'm sorry, support area that Cardano broke to, which was the 80-cent area. That was the breakout target of the ascending broadening wedge that we tracked, I'm pretty sure, for months on this channel. So as we zoom in, we really start to see how this is playing out, and how patience is really necessary in these times. But you zoom out of that, I'm telling you, the story is the same as when I started this video. And I think there's more people in the chat than when I started the video. And what the whole point of this video is to say this, and you probably didn't see it if you're new to the chat, but I played a video intro from over a year ago, last February. The intro was from when Cardano was breaking $1 a year ago, last February. And the whole purpose is to show you Cardano was overbought then, at that time, and it was a completely different ballgame than where we are now. If you're strictly just looking at data, and only this data that I'm showing you right now in this weekly chart, meaning $1 a year ago at overbought, or $1 today at oversold, and it truly is, it's in oversold territories that it's historically record low on the RSI. Just this data alone. And I said, hey, you have to make a decision which one you want to buy. Do you want to buy $1 a year ago, or do you want to buy $1 now? And this is not an encouragement to buy. When you invest in crypto, please make that your own personal family decision. Don't listen to YouTubers. None of us know what is going to happen next. We're in the same boat as you watching these markets, and we're like, what in the world is going to happen next? But we use charts and we use data because it helps us to make those tough decisions. And I'm just saying, it is historically better to buy oversold than it is to buy overbought. And that's just one data point. This doesn't even have anything else to do with everything else that's going on in crypto and Cardano, right? So, really wanted to point that out to you. And then what else? I guess I think that's about it, everybody. I do want to start tracking. Uh, this is Ethereum. I want to start tracking. I think it's important to start tracking the ADA Ethereum chart. You can check this out. Again, it's a similar thing happening from the RSI perspective. Areas, it's these swing low areas in a world where Grayscale is releasing a non-Ethereum smart contract platform fund, right? So I think not to have this competition between ADA, Ethereum, what's better, I don't do that. I actually want to see Cardano or Ethereum succeed. I want to see the investors succeed. There's so many. There's so many people in Ethereum. Cool people. But it's important to start tracking now, I think, with what's happening behind the scenes. And the other thing I also want to start tracking is the ADA BTC chart, where again, this is a weekly. Check this out. Weekly, same thing, kind of in this oversold on the stock RSI down here, quicker moving momentum oscillator. It's the same area of the RSI as other macro swing lows on this chart. And yeah, Cardano is way down against Bitcoin, but it's not way down against Bitcoin, since years ago, the bottom of August 2019. So that's something I really want to track as well. I want to start keeping an eye on all of that data. But as we check out this monthly chart, look at it. I think this feels like the first time I'm seeing this or noticing Cardano in the monthly chart, a nice green monthly candle. And the reason I'm pointing it out is not only because it looks awesome, but y'all know we're waiting for a green monthly candle because it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles for Cardano. And we're patient. I think most of you are patient as well. I'm just laughing. I'm kind of smiling because it's just a crazy game of resilience and patience. And crypto in general is that game. So that's what we're watching. We got 9 days left, and it'll be very interesting to see how this monthly. How much can happen in 9 days. It'll be interesting to see if Cardano can close green, but we will see. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for coming by this $1 Cardano live stream. What's the word? How's everybody doing? Smash that one. Smash the 1 if you're feeling good. Smash the 2 if you're not. If you're feeling bearish. Somebody said, "Let's get that minute price analysis." Sometimes I do zoom in, but I am not zooming in on a minute chart. We got any ones out there? Got an average buy price of 23 cents. Maybe it was the worst investment. What? There we go. I knew I could count on somebody. Dan T pressing that 1. We got the ones flowing in here. I appreciate you watching the live stream. I do. I appreciate your support. I really do. All you subscribers out there. Have you heard of Meld, Dan? Cardano-based coin doing huge things. You should check it out. I've done multiple videos about it. They're actually a sponsor of Crypto Capital Venture. I'm extremely excited to be working with them. They're awesome. Cool team. Very collaborative with other projects, which I love that. I love that about Cardano community in general. So Meld, yes, agreed. Really, really cool project. You're the You're the man. Meet Patel. You're the man. I appreciate you watching. There he is. My friend, what is up? I'm overworked, underpaid. Thank God for Cardano and all crypto. It's good to see you, dude. Legend Zog. Good to see you. You know, these comments, when I'm posting these videos, do you know, can I just tell you, this is like heart to heart right now. I mean, obviously we did a whole 30-minute video about Cardano, the charts, fundamentals. This is heart to heart. Do you know how difficult it can be sometimes doing Cardano videos almost every day in the downtrend? This is like, YouTube is kind of like, I run a recruiting firm, right? And YouTube is kind of something I really do for fun. It's turned into a business, an arm of Crypto Capital Venture. So I want to stay consistent with it, right? And I want to track the markets because I'm just like, it really is intriguing to me. But do you know how difficult it can be doing these videos when Cardano's is month after month red? I mean, we don't even get like a hype 1 month bull run, and there goes my camera. I think it overheated. So these comments, with you all the way, they mean a lot. That's my long story short. So I appreciate you when I see these going through the comment section. But now it's time for me to go. My camera kicked me off. Go figure. Hit the like on the way out, everybody. I really appreciate you. I will see you, and you will see me again when my camera works in the next video. Subscribe. God bless.